And I'll read to you from the King James Version. It's the scriptures and its fulfillment. 1 Timothy 4th chapter. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and to doctrines of devils and demons, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidding to marry, and commanding to abstain from these, which Yahweh hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. For every creature of Yahweh is good, and nothing to be refused, if it be received with thanksgiving. For it is sanctified by the word of Elohim and cry, if thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Yahshua the Messiah, nourished up in the words of faith and of good doctrine, whereunto thou hast attained. But refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto righteousness. For bodily exercise profiteth little, but righteousness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come. This is a faithful saying, and worthy of all acceptation. For therefore we both labor and suffer reproach, because we trust in the living Elohim, who is the Savior of all men, especially of those that believe. These things command and teach. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in love, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. 16th and last, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Hallelujah.
Good evening again, class. We're going to read us for this evening with Dr. Ken McIntyre and Dr. Michael Mitchell. Now, for speaker will be Dr. Veronica Robertson.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
It is always a pleasure and a privilege to give a reasonable testimony of this divine vision and revelation that was given to our founder, Dr. Henry Clifford in the state of Ohio. And, we must always be thankful and rejoice in Yahshua, because what Yahweh has shown us. There's a scripture that says, many mighty men and many noble men have desired to see and hear the things which we have seen and heard, and have not seen the things which we have seen. So our first duty is to give thanks to Yahweh Elohim Yahshua. Because as simple as it may look, it is power. It is power, and only Yahshua can resurrect the souls. No matter what you are saying to persons, right? If Yahweh Elohim Yahshua does not give them the revelation of the vision that you are trying to impart, they will never see it.
Sure.
But once they are asking questions, you should try as best as possible to answer and even to invite them to class. I know
persons at class now who have heard the teaching for many years before they finally come to class. Right? But they are here. So you find out that if someone can't receive the name of the Heavenly Father, they can't receive nothing else. They cannot receive anything else. Because Yahshua stands at the door and he knocks. And if they cannot receive the name and know that yes, this is the truth and we have been deceived, get Revelation 12 and 7. We were deceived and you can't accept and say that we were deceived. You just have to leave them to Yahweh. Alright, so let's set up the chart. Let's Luke 24:25 and get Revelation 12 and 7.
24 and 25.
Read.
Then he said unto them,
Yes.
O fools,
Yes.
and so hard to believe all
Right.
that the prophets have spoken.
So that was the resurrected Yahshua. Read.
Ought not the Messiah to have suffered these things
Mhm.
and to enter into his glory?
Read.
And beginning at Moses and all the prophets.
Now, a simple thing like that. If you are going to take up a book to read, you don't have to go to a school for them to tell you to start at the first page. If you take up the book and you start reading in the middle, how are you going to understand what happened? Like we were watching a show yesterday and I was saying to Alisa, because they changed the name of the second part. If you just get up and watch the second part, you wouldn't even know that there was a first part because the name was changed. So you can't just get up and get into the middle of the book and read and expect to get understanding. And that is why Yahshua came to explain to us, right? Yahweh loves us so much. Yahweh is in his great spirit state, you know. Look how vast this earth plane is. And look how many persons are on this earth, and Yahweh is in each and every one of them. And each and every one of them going about their own business, doing their own thing. We in our little minds, our five senses can't comprehend the spirit of Yahweh, right? And he loved mankind so much that he condescended into this Elohistic embodiment so that we can appreciate him and understand him. And he also goes further to show himself unto us in his creation, right? And if you can't appreciate what Romans 1:19 and 20 says, right? Because that which may be known of Yahweh is manifest in them, for Yahweh hath showed it unto them. For the invisible things of him, his intelligence, his knowledge, his justice, beauty, his power, foundation, strength, the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that he creates, so that they are without excuse. Right? So, read this, continue reading now.
Okay, verse 27, and beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself.
Right, because Yahshua himself said that the law and the testimony, they are his two witnesses. You are not going to abandon your witnesses because they testify of you. Continue to read.
Verse 44, and he said unto them,
Yeah.
These are the words which I spake unto you
Yes.
while I was yet with you.
Same thing. He's not going to change. Yahshua is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Read.
That all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses,
Yes.
and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
Yes.
Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures.
Were they able to understand the scriptures before?
No.
Remember that when Yahshua was walking around and he was preaching and teaching, the disciples would call him one side and say, tell us what you mean by this. And they didn't understand. Right? And it was after Yahshua's resurrection, death, burial, and resurrection, that they were able to see. Because even the law was going on at the time when Yahshua was walking around. It was not yet abolished. And even when Yahshua died, buried, and resurrected, some of them still believed that they should continue to keep the law. So Yahshua had to come back and go into great details, expound the scriptures unto them, so that they might understand the scriptures. You don't just get up and read this Bible and understand it. It was given by vision. The prophets were inspired through vision by the word of Yahweh appearing to them. Right? And this is what they write. They wrote what Yahweh taught them or showed them to write. So it is not, this thing is, it is power. It is power. And when Yahshua said, greater works than these will you do, you think it's a simple thing to resurrect someone's soul and to take them out of that darkness. It is so thick. You understand? Sometimes you could talk from night till morning. They still can't see it. It's great power it takes. You understand? And no man except Yahshua can resurrect the soul.
True.
Continue to read.
Verse 47. And that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name.
Should be preached in his name.
Among all nations.
So who is making a fuss about the name? You want forgiveness of sin? This is where it starts. It should be preached in his name among all nations. Alright. Read the other one from me, that Revelation.
I've got it text your
Yes.
you want it.
Yes, I still want it.
Revelation 12.
Read.
Verse 7 in the King James, verse 8 in the Holy Name. And there was war in heaven.
Yes.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Yes.
And the dragon fought, and his angels,
Yes.
and prevailed not.
Prevail not.
Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
No. Read.
And the great dragon was cast out.
So Lucifer was cast out of heaven. Read.
That old serpent,
That old serpent.
called the devil,
The devil.
and Satan,
And Satan.
which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth.
So what? So some people thought that they were not deceived. Like our Dean always say, and if you really look into this statement, Yahshua through her, we are no match for that devil. Because Yahweh created a worthy opponent for himself. The man said, I form the lights and I create the darkness. Who are you to think that you are any match for this devil? We only have to hang on to Yahshua, ask him to keep us in himself. Because as you turn so somebody out there for deceive you, as simple as you take it, as simple as we are Yahshuans, we can't trust people. Because as you turn, and sometimes, most of the times, or nearly all of the times, they don't even know. Because it is the devil working, it's Lucifer working through them. They are not even aware. And that is why we embrace the seventh aim of the school that says you are to discern and avoid being deceived by Lucifer, Satan, and the devil. You understand? Because this devil, we are no match to him. Yahweh is the one who created him almost equal to himself to prove unto him that he is. You understand? So, continue to read that.
Yes. Revelation 12, verse 10.
Yeah.
And his angels, those
Yes.
demons, were cast out with him.
With it. All right.
So it's 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25 to 26.
Yes.
Because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men.
Read.
For ye see your calling, brethren, know that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
I don't know. Just a minute, last. I don't know if you don't count yourself blessed. But when you look at the broadness of the broad way, that Yahshua said, broad is the way that leads unto destruction, and many there be that find it. Right? I consider myself blessed to be enlightened by Yahweh Elohim Yahshua the Messiah. I consider myself blessed for him to share with us his purpose, his pattern of salvation, for him to tell us, show us this love that he has for us from the beginning, this heart that got into us, right? I am truly blessed and I give thanks to Yahweh Elohim Yeshua. And I am saying, when you look on the, can I get a marker please? When you go to the hospital and you look, if someone is like in a coma, and you look at that reading on the machine, you can tell whether they are still alive or not. Now you find out that that reading will look something like this. If the person is alive, it will look something like this. Some up and down thing, right? But if the person is dead, it's a straight line. Now this is telling you that once you're alive, you're going to have ups and downs in life. And that preaches the gospel of Yeshua the Messiah. You understand? So that is why we must obey the gospel. We must come to the knowledge that Yeshua did die. He was buried. And he resurrected the third day. And there is no way you can have the resurrection, right? Even on a natural standpoint, without the death. Because when Yahweh condescended, that was a great death. When Yeshua, the word that was made flesh, this word further condescended, that was a further death. You understand? So there is no way you can have salvation without the resurrection of Yeshua the Messiah. Right? So you must have ups and downs. But you also must have Yeshua in your consciousness to guide you through your ups and downs. Right? We can't go about like fools and like we have not been taught. Right? The Holy Spirit is the teacher. You talk to Yeshua, you're going about your business and you say, Yeshua, everything. You have to ask Yeshua, you have to say, Yeshua, what is this now? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I? You have to depend on him and rely on him because guess what? Outside the class is Yeshua. Inside the class is Yeshua. At your workplace is Yeshua. Everywhere you go, it should be Yeshua. You understand? Because he is the one that is keeping us. We can't keep ourselves. We are not our own. When that spirit step out of the body, what do you think is going to happen? I was there when the spirit left my mother. I was right beside her because Yahweh told me that I should not leave. I should stay there because he was about to step out. He told me. And I did not leave. And when the spirit was stepping out of her, and how she rolled her tongue and her eye and all of that, when they came and took up that woman, she was stiff like this piece of rod. Stiff piece of board when the spirit step out. You understand? So when somebody speaks, and Yeshua says you can know them by their spirit, what they talk, because the spirit is what is speaking. You understand? The flesh profited nothing. And that's why he said love your neighbor, love your enemy, because who you see as the flesh man is not your enemy, no. It's the spirit that worketh in that person is your enemy. Right? So what else you have there?
Very last. Verse 27 of 1 Corinthians chapter 1. But Yahweh hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Right. Alright, so you find out that light and darkness has no fellowship. Right? Light and darkness has no fellowship. And I'm going to expound more on the name because it is the name through which we are inviting. When somebody meets you for the first time, the first thing they say to you that my name is so and so, right? And Yahweh is a gentleman. That was the first thing he extended unto us, his name. But you find out, get me 2 Corinthians 6. Get me the verse that says that be not unequally yoked, because light has no fellowship with darkness. I don't remember what verse it is. Check verse 13.
Verse 14.
14. Alright, read.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14.
Read.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
So when people are going to tell you, you're telling them that Yeshua is the true name of the Savior, and they're saying that is Jesus. It still mean it. No.
Right.
We know that Jesus Christ are three idols. We not compromise and we not accept it. And we're not going to say it's the same. It's not the same. We don't worship idols. You get what I'm saying? This is darkness. This is over here is light. Read.
Yes. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
What fellowship are righteousness with unrighteousness? Read.
And what communion hath light with darkness?
And what communion hath light with darkness? Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 15. And what concord hath Yahshua the Messiah with Satan?
Exactly. Read.
Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of Yahweh with idols?
And what Yahweh said about the temple, he said, you are his temple.
For ye
So
are.
what agreement does that temple have with idols? We're not settle for idolatry. This is not, we are about the light. Yahshua himself is the light of the world. Right? And if this is what we want. So if we want light, don't try to mix it and compromise. Yeah? Yahweh said that you're going to love one and hate the other. You can't love Yahweh and Mammon. So don't try to mix it. You cannot mix. Right? Read that.
2 Corinthians 6 verse 16 again. And what agreement hath the temple of Yahweh with idols?
Okay.
For ye are the temple of the living God.
Right.
As Yahweh hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their Elohim, and they shall be my me.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you find out that the name Yahweh was given to Moses and the burning bush experience, and we all know that story. And Yahweh introduced himself to Moses as Elohim, and he called Moses up to Mount Sinai and told him to go back down to Egypt. So, for this part of the chart represents Egypt. It's how dark it is. Darkness that can be felt. So for you to be delivered in any way, the first step is through his name. And that's the first thing he gave to Moses, his name. So Exodus 3 and 15, read that. And Isaiah 42 and 8, read.
And Elohim said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel,
Yes.
Yahweh, Elohim of your fathers,
Yahweh, Elohim of your fathers,
the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac,
yes,
and the Elohim of Jacob hath sent me unto you.
yes,
This is my name forever.
because remember that Yahweh is pure spirit, and Elohim is his condescended state, which means the word or son. And that is why the prophets, they wrote, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying. So this is Elohim they are appreciating. So he says the Elohim of Jacob, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Jacob. Because this is who we see in divine visions and revelation. Read.
And this is my memorial unto all generations.
So he says, this is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Is that simple? Do you need a dictionary to understand that statement? This is my name forever. So, how long is forever? If forever is throughout eternity. So whatever name Moses received at the burning bush, all generations, we are a generation upon the face of the earth, we should be using the same name, right? Get Isaiah 42, Proverbs 30 and 4. Read.
Isaiah 42, verse 8.
Yes.
I am Yahweh. That is my name.
He said to you that he has a name. I am Yahweh, that is my name. Read.
And my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven image.
And that is why we can always trust Yahweh. Because what? His words are true.
Hallelujah.
His words are true. we can, and we should always trust him. And sometimes in our own carnal mind, we're going through things. You think Yahweh is not aware? He puts us there. He can take us out. And if you don't leave it up and say, Yahshua, I don't worry about this, you know. Because guess what? If you don't take care of it, you never take care of. Me not worry about this because I know say you're bigger than this. Look how vast the creation is, and I have a little problem and you can't take care of it. You're bigger than that, Yahshua. So I know say if it not take care of your purpose, I say you want it. You understand? But after have this trust, he said his praise he will not give to graven image. And none of them don't come with hallelujah. None of them is hallelujah. You understand? And that's his praise. You understand? Alright, read the other one. Proverbs 30.
Proverbs 30 and 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven?
Yes.
Or descended?
Yes.
Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment?
So, the only one who can ascend or descend into heaven is heaven himself. Who is Yahshua the Messiah? No one else. There's no Elohim beside him. Read.
Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name? Thou canst tell.
That's a very important question. You don't want to take off this place and you don't know his name, and not only knowing someone. When in Genesis, when Yahweh said and Adam knew his wife, it's not just hello, hi and bye relationship, you know. It's an intimate relationship. You know deep about that person knows deeply about you. Right? So knowing Yahweh is more than just coming down here, sitting down and hearing the name. You have to have a relationship with Yahshua the Messiah in order to know him. So when you are telling someone about Yahshua the Messiah, not if, nor but, nor doubt, nor maybe, you're sure because you have a relationship with him. And you see him work and you see him manifest in your life. Read. Read? That's it. Alright, get John 3:16. You find out that there are 7 dispensations in time. And you find out that each dispensation, for every dispensation, there is a different occurrence. Because you find out that the first and second dispensation is the antediluvian age, right? Anti means pre. So this was before the flood. Diluvian means flood. So you find out that when persons are saying this happened back then and this happened back then, go back to the purpose and Yahweh's purpose that is manifesting through the dispensation and ages, and see what age and dispensation we are in. And see what age and dispensation we are in now. Right? So you find out that what is happening in this 5th and 6th age, right? Our dispensation. It's not exactly the same thing that was happening here. Here you find out that it was before the flood, and here, right, it's testifying to a death. This dispensation is testifying to a burial, because right here, all in Adam died, as you can see on the chart here. So this age was the age of death. This one was the age of burial, and this one was the age of resurrection, because Yahshua did die, buried, and resurrect, and poured out his spirit on the day of Pentecost in this age, in this dispensation. So we have to look at the purpose and the pattern of Yahweh throughout the dispensation and times, right? You find out that Yahweh gave man a law in the beginning of the book. And if you want to know what will happen in the end, go right back to the beginning. And the law was a spirit law, and you find out that they were disobedient and they died in their conscience. Now, for mankind to be saved, because this is where man fell in their conscience, So for mankind to be saved, they have to be saved, they have to be resurrected by Yahshua in their conscience. And Doctor, I want you to get us the scripture that says, it's by the renewing of your mind. So when Yahshua come on the scene and he died, buried and resurrected and poured out the gift of the Holy Spirit, and he's washing you by the preaching of the word, because he said, through the word you are clean in John 15, about verse 4, right? You find out that it is going to be in your most holy place according to the pattern, because that's where man died. So you must be resurrected here, right? And the old man, you must put off that old man and take on a new man. So you people see you and you look like the same Junior, you look like the same Errol, but there's a change going on up here. You cannot be thinking the same old way and doing the same old things that you used to do. Because what? Yahshua should be inhabiting here, should be sitting on this throne up here, should be directing you. You get me? Alright, read. What else?
Romans chapter 12.
Yes.
Verses 1 and 2.
Yes.
It says, Romans 12 verse 1 and also verse 2. I beseech you therefore, brethren,
Read.
by the mercies of Yahweh,
Yes.
that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice,
Read.
holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this age or world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
But read that again for me now. Read it again.
Romans 12 verse 2.
Romans 12 verse 2.
And be not conformed
Yes.
to this age,
Read.
but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh.
So it is by the renewing of your mind, it is in your consciousness. When Yahshua is resurrected in you, he resurrects your consciousness, right? You're elevated. You're like a mountain, because this part of your earth here, right, is the highest part, it is the peak. So you're like a mountain. You're like a candle that is placed on a hill, and it is given its light, right? And Yahshua did say, let your light so shine before men. So you find out that we seem to be the same to people, but we are not the same. If Yahshua is resurrected in you, there must be a change, right? So read the other one that I asked you for.
John 3 and 16. For Yahweh so loved the world,
for Yahweh so loved mankind, read,
that he gave his only begotten Son,
he gave us Yahshua. Read.
that whosoever believeth in him should not perish,
That whosoever believeth in Yahshua should not perish,
but have everlasting life.
but have everlasting life. Read.
For Yahweh sent not his Son into the world
No.
to condemn the world,
Read.
but that the world through him might be saved.
Through Yahshua might be saved. Read.
He that believeth on him is not condemned,
He that believeth on him is not condemned,
but he that believeth not is condemned already,
but he that believeth not is condemned. Why? Read.
because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh.
So don't make the mistake to think that just coming down here and hearing Yahweh Elohim name and you think you accept it, that you totally believe, right? Because if you believe in Yahshua the Messiah and you know him and you come to know him and you have this relationship with him, he's the one that is going to say, leave in glasses alone. He's not looking, don't take it off. He's going to guide you. He will put things in your way that you can't steal it. And he's going to tell you, no, leave it alone. It is wrong. Yahshua will guide you. Right? Read.
verse 19. And this is the condemnation.
And this is the condemnation.
That light is coming to the world.
That light is come into the world.
And men love darkness rather than light.
And as bright as Yeshua is still there. You know, sometimes when you're on the road, and even for persons who drive, especially in the night, when you're driving and that oncoming vehicle shine that bright light in your face, it's too bright for your eyes. Sometimes you can't see the road. Yeah, and this light is too bright for some people. And no matter how you show them, they can't see. You understand? So, we have to give Yahweh thanks to his son Yeshua, right? Because we are blessed. And we just have to humble ourselves before him and seek him, right? Because he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You finished there now?
Okay, no. Because their deeds were evil.
Because their deeds were evil. Yeah, man. So they're not going to want to accept Yeshua. You know. Remember the Romans back there, they came together and they come and agree with their idols because their deeds are evil. And they don't want to have anything to do with righteousness. Understand? So they will sit comfortable. That's why some people say, why I'll die with my Jesus? Because their deeds are evil. Alright, read.
Acts chapter 4, verse 1.
Read.
And Acts 4, verse 71. And when they had set them in the midst,
Now when they had set them in the midst, they asked,
by what power or by what name have ye done this? Then Peter, filled with the Holy Spirit, said unto them,
yes?
Ye rulers of the people and elders of Israel.
So if you're not filled with the Holy Spirit, you know, and the councils come upon you, you know, you're going to be the problem. But if you're filled with the Holy Spirit, you will not be afraid, you know, to stand and defend Yeshua. Because whatever they do is Yahweh allow it if he give them the permission to touch it. So you can't be afraid, right? If Yeshua is if Yeshua is in you, you won't be afraid. He will speak through you. Read.
Acts chapter 4, verse 9.
Yes?
If we display the example of the good deed done to the impotent man by what means he is made whole,
Yes?
be it known unto you all.
So he never push more than a talk like big push more. He said, be known unto you all.
Unto all the people of Israel.
And to all the people of Israel.
That by the name of Yeshua the Messiah.
That by the name of Yeshua the Messiah.
Of Nazareth.
Of Nazareth.
Whom ye crucified.
Whom you crucified.
Whom Yahweh raised from the dead.
And you see, look how the Christians foolish. You have a set of people who call themselves Roman. Right? Alright, the Romans crucified the Messiah. And then the Romans come and tell you that you must be a Christian. Right? Now, they are the Christians, you know. The Christians are the ones who crucify the Messiah, you know. And you are going to agree with them and say, yes, you are going to be a Christian. And they are the ones who crucify the Savior. Now, how are you going to agree with people like, how are you going to be a Christian? The Christians are the ones who put him on the cross because they are the ones who came afterward with Christendom and all the doctrines of demons and devils and idols. Right? So if you get up and say you are a Christian, you crucify Yeshua too. You crucify Yeshua. You get up and you say you are a Christian, you were there. The manifestation changed, but the spirit remained the same. Exactly. You understand? Read.
Yes. Romans, Acts rather, chapter 4, verse 10 again.
Read.
Be known unto you all and to all the people of Israel.
Read.
By the name of Yeshua the Messiah of Nazareth, whom ye crucified.
Whom he crucified.
Whom Yahweh raised from the dead.
Whom Yahweh raised from the dead.
Even by him of this man stand here before you whole.
Yes.
Is the stone which God set up now to prove dead.
Yes.
Who is become the head of the corner.
Who is always the head of the corner. Read.
Neither is there salvation in any other.
So what?
Neither is there salvation
That's
in
a
any other.
serious statement. neither is there sure salvation any other. Read.
For there is none other name.
So you're going to compromise and talk about him and Jesus at the same. So there is none other name.
Under heaven.
You need a dictionary to understand that? There is no other name, singular, under heaven.
Given among men, whereby we must be saved.
So this is an impostor, this name, Jesus Christ, because he said there is no other name under heaven given by Yahweh whereby men must be saved. Saved in the name of Yahshua the Messiah. Alright, so read Acts 2 from me now.
2 and 1. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come,
Read.
they were all with one accord in one place. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind.
Alright. So we have to be in this one accord, you know. We have to be in this mind, the unity of the Spirit, right? To receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. They were all in one accord, in one place. And there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind. Read.
And it filled all the house where they were sitting.
And it filled all the house where they were sitting. Read.
And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as a fire.
Like as a fire.
And it sat upon each of them.
Read.
And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with other
You know when you know the fire burning you, like when somebody go start you, and the fire just ablaze, and you can't stop and you want to stop and you want them ask you more and you want to tell them more. That's the fire. Brethren, we're not supposed to make nothing quench this fire. This fire that Holy Spirit pour out upon us to preach this gospel, right? Because we don't have nothing to gain from telling, physically, from telling someone that Yahshua the Messiah is the Savior, more than we know that we speak the truth, right? They don't have nothing to give us because they can't give us salvation. Yahshua is the only giver of life and salvation. So it costs nothing to just say, Yahshua is the Savior. If they say he and they want to hear more, they're interested, fine. But if they don't, you leave them at that. Right? But we have to preach it. Right? Because John 17 and 1, get John 17 and 1. You are finished with that?
Okay.
John 17.
Yes. As the Spirit gave them utterance.
As the Spirit gave them utterance. Sorry.
John chapter 17 verse 1. These words spake Yahshua.
Read.
And lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, the hour is come.
Read.
Glorify thy Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee.
Yes.
As thou hast given him power over all things, that he should give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him.
So Yahweh gave his Son power over all flesh. Right? So if they want some power, right? Yahshua is the intercessor between Yahweh and man. You can't go to Yahweh without Yahshua. Right? He says, no man come unto the Father but by him. Right? So continue reading that.
John chapter 17 verse 3.
Yes.
And this is life eternal.
And he is life eternal himself. Read.
That they might know thee.
No, I will come back to that. No, that the root word for knowledge. Because he says, wisdom and stability shall be wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times. Read. So you might know him. And not just hearing him is not knowing him. You must know him for yourself and know that he manifests in man. Read.
That they might know him, the only true Elohim.
Only true Elohim.
And Yahshua the Messiah, whom thou hast sent.
And Yahshua the Messiah, whom thou hast sent. I wanted to get from it, get 2 Thessalonians 1 and 7. And Dr. Mitchell, I'm not sure if it's in Thessalonians, but there's a scripture that says, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just. Philippians, Philippians 4. Whatever things are good, get that scripture from it. First is read.
First.
Yes. Second Thessalonians 1 and 7.
Oh. And to you who are troubled.
And to you who are troubled, because there are times when many things trouble us. Read.
Rest with us.
Rest with us. Because Yahshua is the only one that can give you rest, as he said in Matthew. Come unto me, all ye that are labor and are heavily laden, and I will give you rest. And it's not rest for your body, it's rest for your soul. Read.
When Yahshua the Messiah shall be revealed from heaven.
When Yahshua the Messiah shall be revealed from heaven, from your heaven. Read.
With his mighty angels.
Read.
In flaming fire.
In flaming fire.
Taking vengeance on them that know that Yahweh.
And don't let us not be like Pharaoh that says, who is Yahweh that I should obey him? I know not Yahweh, neither will I obey him. Let us make sure you know Yahweh for your Yahshua, for yourself. Because you know what happened to Pharaoh back there. Read.
And that obey not the gospel of our Savior, Yahshua the Messiah.
And that obey not the gospel of our Savior, Yahshua the Messiah. Alright? Alright, so get the other scripture for me now.
Yes. Philippians chapter 4, verse
And then
8.
Colossians 1:26. Read.
It says, finally, brethren,
Finally, brethren,
whatsoever things are true,
whatsoever things are true,
whatsoever things are honest,
whatsoever things are honest,
whatsoever things are just,
whatsoever things are just,
whatsoever things are pure,
whatsoever things are pure,
whatsoever things are lovely,
whatsoever things are lovely,
whatsoever things are of good report,
whatsoever things are of good report,
if there be any virtue,
if there be any
and
virtue,
if there be any praise,
and if there be any
think
grace,
on these things.
think on these things. Colossians 1:26.
Even the mystery.
So these things were some mystery. We didn't know about these things before coming to this divine vision and revelation. Read.
Which hath been hid from ages and from generations.
Hid from ages and from generations.
But now is made manifest in his Son.
But now he's showing it to us. Read.
To whom Yahweh would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery.
Yes.
Among the nations.
Riches here. Right here. You want riches? You want riches? Who in here want riches? Raise your hand. Who in here want riches? Right here. Right here. Read.
Who is Yahshua the Messiah in you?
Is Yahshua the Messiah in you? Is that riches? Read.
The only hope of glory.
Only hope of glory.
Whom we preach. Warning every man.
Yes.
And teaching every man in all wisdom.
Yes.
That we may present every man perfect in Yahshua the Messiah.
All praises go to Yahweh Elohim through his Son, Yahshua the Messiah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Good evening, class.
Good evening.
We're going to speak of your president, Dr. Veronica.
Good evening, class. Good evening. It's also a great privilege and pleasure to be able to stand up here and give a reasonable testimony of this divine vision and revelation given to our founder, Dr. Enfer King, in the year 1931, when the Yahweh part of IDMR and showing him the word where our very birthday great as he really is and actually exists. As our paramount important for us to attain to this name, Yahshua the Messiah. And I must endorse the first speaker, she spoke the truth. You understand? And I can still not listen the truth. The sons can still listen the truth. The matter who we talk about which person. As long as it's the truth, we're going down. You understand? Now the scripture lesson that she read was Philippians 4. Read that for me and 8.
Timothy.
Philippians 4 and 8. Read that.
That's a scripture.
Yes, that's what I'm Finally, brethren.
And verse 8.
Yeah.
Finally, brethren.
Finally, brethren. That's the scripture she left out. She said that scripture, right? Read.
Whatsoever things are true.
Whatsoever things are true.
Whatsoever things
All
are
what really speak the truth, right? Whatsoever things are true, read.
Whatsoever things are honest.
Whatsoever things are honest.
Whatsoever things are just.
Whatsoever things are just.
Whatsoever things are pure.
Yeah, whatsoever things are pure.
Whatsoever things are lovely.
Whatsoever things are lovely, and the lovely thing. You know what is love? What is lovely? That Yahshua is risen. Yahshua is risen. And died no more. And supposed to reason in your heart. Read.
Whatsoever things are good.
Whatsoever
report.
things are good, report. This gospel is a good report. It's a good tidings. It's a good news. It's a good report. The gospel. You understand? Now give me the scripture lesson, please.
First Timothy,
Yeah.
chapter 4, verse 1.
Yeah. What I want you to read 3, I want.
First Timothy, chapter 3,
Yeah.
verse 1.
Yeah.
This is a true saying.
This is a true saying. This is talking about whatsoever things are true. Read. So this is a true saying.
If a man desire the office of a bishop,
If a man desires the office of a bishop,
he desireth a
he
good
desires
work.
a good word.
A bishop then must be
No,
blameless.
a bishop must be blameless.
The husband,
No, one is blameless, and that's Yahshua. Yahshua and you try to be blameless. Read.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
The husband of one
The
wife,
husband of one wife.
vigilant,
Vigilant. Vigilant. How's a watch? Just like a good shepherd watching the sheep. Read.
sober,
Sober. You can't jump with bad wine or bad doctrine. You understand? Read.
of good behavior,
Good behavior. Read.
given to hospitality,
Yes, given to hospitality.
apt to teach,
Appointed to teach. Because not everybody's a teacher. You understand? You have appointed us to teach because evil ministers. You understand? Not everybody is a teacher. You have some good listeners. Read.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 3. Not given to wine nor no striker,
Yeah.
not greedy of filthy lucre,
Not around